Hi, welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot, and today I'm just doing a reading of spiritual messages for twin flames, for divine masculine and divine feminine. And so I just been being nudged today to do this reading for you guys, and it's just pretty much tapping it into spirituality, what spirit wants you to know. I do feel like divine masculine is sending a couple questions here and there, or a couple little answers, messages. And then also I felt some divine femmes energies in there. So this is totally different. I just did what was being told for me. So let's see where it goes. I'm not sure. But I wanted to start off with my Jesus cards, because I'm just in awe how people just think that because I do tarot that I'm not a Christian and I don't believe in God. And I do believe in God. I pray more than anybody I know. And if you always look on my upper right hand corner, I always have either a Jesus card or Mother Mary, because I pray to Mother Mary to send my love and my blessings, and she protects. So I always pray for divine masculine. She's always on my desk. And with the Jesus card, I always pick a different Jesus card for a couple days. And I mean, I'm like probably the more spiritual kind of Jesus loving person, but I get some comments on there that it drives me nuts. But I want to start off with the Jesus card and just see what spirit has to tell us, okay? Oh, and one came out right away. And these are like really beautiful cards, guys. Oh my goodness, I love them. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. Matthew 17:20. Amen. I totally believe in that. So we're going to keep this one out, just out here for now. Let's bring it closer. There we go. Okay. Okay, so with the first card that came out is the Empress. And so what Spirit is saying with this Empress card is that this is for divine masculine and divine feminine together, if there's cross watchers. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that now is the time to manifest what your true desires are. So if you see the Empress in this picture, she's pregnant. So that means fertility. And so this is the time that if you really set your mind to whatever you want, it's gonna happen. It's destiny, and it's gonna happen as long as you're sending out the right vibe to the universe. Okay, so then with the second card that came out is Justice. And so with the Justice card, Spirit is saying that you will have balance. It's been thought over, and like you're gonna get balance. It's gonna be equal. So you don't need to worry about it anymore, is what Spirit is saying. Don't worry about it anymore, because it is coming. And this is another destiny card, guys. Like I just realized, oh, there's actually 4. I just shuffled them. I didn't really look at them. I'm looking at them now, but you'll see there's 4 destiny cards that came out. Okay. And so what Spirit is saying is that whatever's been bugging you and you feel like you haven't got justice for it, well, it's coming. Just know it's coming. Okay? And so then the next card that popped out was the Hermit. And so with the Hermit, what that's telling me is that both divine feminine and divine masculine have been enlightened. They've had enough time to think about the situation. When it comes to love, this is love. This is a love reading. So, and it's also saying that just because there's been distance between you, it doesn't mean you're not a union. Because what Spirit is saying is that you're a union in the 5D. In the 5D, you're already married. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay? And so then, and that's the third destiny card, guys. So this is the 4th one that came out, the Lover's card. And with this Lover's card, what this represents is that in this deck, it speaks of unconditional love. And I mean, if you just look at them, they're like just full of love and just peace and harmony and unconditional love. And the angel in the middle, she's blessing them. They're holding hands and they're being blessed. And this creates a strong bond, a strong union. And it's like there's a pull. It's a pull for divine masculine and divine feminine to come together. And it's blessed. Okay. And then, so the next card is the Six of Pentacles. And this is one of my favorite cards. But on this one, Spirit is saying that this is for divine masculine. And Spirit is saying that divine masculine has had his hands full. He's been so full of responsibilities and taking care of others, not being able to take care of himself, and not being able to take care of divine feminine. And in a sense, I'm getting that, you know, he's not happy. He's not happy with this. He's over it. He doesn't want, I don't want to say burden. Okay, so he doesn't want the responsibility of his karmic partner's finances. And what I'm hearing is that for this divine masculine, this karmic partner, she has put a lot of responsibility on his plate, and he's just ready to move on, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, so we'll see what happens with the other cards, because what I did was what I was guided to do was to take a couple other decks to see if they will clarify these cards that came out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 destiny cards out, just like that. And so the next card that popped out is the Strength card. And so what Spirit is saying is that divine masculine and divine feminine keep each other strong. Oh, I just realized this little infinity symbol. So this is a twin flame, and you both give each other strength. Inside and out, you both give each other strength, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. And then, let me see. There's cards all over the place. I gotta make sure I keep track. Okay, so then the next card was the Knight of Swords. And so with the Knight of Swords, what this means is that there's been a lot of thought. There's been a lot of thought within divine masculine as far as moving forward and breaking free from where he's been, is what I'm hearing. And he wants to break free and bring, he's full in charge. He's just ready to go full charge, is what I'm hearing. Full charge ahead, and to give you the message of love and to reconnect with his divine feminine, because they've been estranged. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So this is how divine masculine is feeling and what he wants to do, because he's done thinking about it. He wants to move. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And so then the next card that came out, and it does go with this one, it's because there's been a decision. There's been a decision made, and he's tired of contemplating. Like he knows the right decision for him, and he just hasn't moved on it for whatever reason. He hasn't moved on it. Spirit is saying because of the financial burden that he's had. And I keep hearing burden. I didn't want to say that word, but he's just has such a big responsibility where he's at right now. But see, and what Spirit is saying, this Two of Swords, it's a free will card. Like, if you choose to stay in this situation, you're going to stay there. But it's free will, and you're able to move forward if you want to. And with this divine masculine, he's choosing to move forward. He's come to a decision. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, so then the next card that came out is the Two of Cups. And so what Spirit is saying, the reason for the decision and the fast motion, the quickness of it, is because the Two of Cups. And so this Two of Cups speaks of unconditional love and coming together and offering that cup of love. So what I'm hearing is that divine masculine is ready to offer his cup of love to his divine feminine. And he knows that there's going to be justice and balance brought into this union. And also what I'm hearing is that divine feminine will get justice, because what I'm hearing is that he knows how hurt she has been. And I'm hearing that he needs to come clean and just let her know everything that's been going on. And so this is what he's hoping by moving forward. By moving forward, he wants to give divine feminine justice and telling her the truth and opening up and just letting the walls go down, because he hasn't been able to speak freely. And I'm getting that some of you have not spoken. This set of twins, they have not spoken for some time now. So I do see a movement. There's movement here, guys. And like I said, with the 4 destiny cards, yeah, there's definite movement. Okay, so with the next deck of cards, some of them show a little bit of nudity, and I forgot to say that in the beginning. It's just what I wanted. It's what I was guided to use today, because these cards are like really passionate, and I just feel like divine masculine and divine feminine are just having so much passion for each other right now. So I wanted to use this deck, and this is what I was guided to. So if you're not into seeing a little bit of nudity, I just want to warn you right now. But it's not too bad. It's, you know, it's comics, guys. Come on. But okay, so the first card that came out for the Empress, and I'm going to tie all these cards together. As you see, as the next decks come on, I want to see how they tie in together. So for the Empress, the 10 of Cups came, the 10 of Chalices. And what this 10 of Chalices is, it's speaking of attachment. So divine masculine is attached to divine feminine. And this, by being together, what Spirit is saying is, by being together, this is how you're going to be able to become a one unit and create the happy life together. And it is a new beginning because it is a 10. So ordinarily, this would be the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is, you know, a peaceful, happy family. And so when you see it with this deck, it's talking about being attached to each other and growing and being a unit. And so this is what Spirit is saying, that now is the time. You're fertile right now with your mind and your manifestations. Now is the time that if this is what you want, this happy family, you need to start sending that out to the universe, because this is all about law of attraction, guys. Like sending out positive vibes. And even though some of you are having a hard time because you're not together yet, because you're not one yet, it's going to happen. It's a new beginning. It's going to happen. And what Spirit is saying is that by you being negative and letting ego take over, it sort of puts it in the back burner. It keeps moving back, is what I'm saying, is what I'm hearing. It keeps being pushed back instead of being free and clear and allowing it to come in. So, but like what I said, Spirit is saying is that you're free and clear right now. You can manifest anything. And this is for divine masculine and divine feminine. You can pretty much, whatever you're thinking of, it's going to come into fruition. Okay, so that's how those two cards tie in. And this is what I've been guided to do, so I hope it's making some sense, because now it's starting to come to for me. I'm just doing what Spirit wants me to do. Okay, so with the Justice card, the Nine of Swords came out. Okay, and so, like I said, I'm feeling a lot of emotion in this reading. I'm feeling a lot of mental and a lot of emotion, because there's wands and there's swords, okay? And so what the Nine of Swords speaks of is, so you've taken distance. You've had distance between each other. And see how he's like rubbing on her? Oh, wow. Okay, so he's rubbing on her. And so this is like the desire. He's having the desire to be with Divine Feminine. And so by doing this, there's no mystery. There's like no mystery. In other words, you're comfortable in each other's skin, and there's no mystery left behind when it's like when you're both together. And let's see. So it's also saying that, okay, how it ties into Justice card is that even though what Spirit is saying, I'm trying to listen to them, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so what they're saying is that even though things have gone wrong in the relationship and there is justice to be had, okay, so if things have gone wrong, you should keep trying again to make it right, is what they're saying. So just because things haven't gone wrong, okay, sorry. If things haven't gone right, it doesn't mean that in the future they're going to go wrong. Okay, so in other words, they're telling you to try over and over, and eventually you're going to get the justice and the balance that you deserve. And that goes for both of divine masculine and divine feminine. So I think that makes sense. It's just, I was getting a lot in my ear, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. And so then with the Hermit card, okay, I just want to make sure I get the right one. And so with the Hermit card came out the Eight of Swords. Okay, and so in this deck, this deck is talking about the green. See the green, it's like a canvas kind of fabric, and the couch is also green. Well, what green indicates is that your spirituality is open. And it's funny that it came out with the Hermit, because like I said before, you're both enlightened. And so what Spirit is saying is, with the Eight of Swords, with this Hermit is saying that you both are connected and you both know it. You're both enlightened and you both share this light. You both are this light, is what Spirit is saying. And that's pretty cool. Yeah. So, wow, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so then the next was the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers. And then what came out with the Lovers is the Two of Wands. And so if you just look at them, it's like they make each other one. And so, like, by being close together and sharing the food together, it's like you're becoming a stronger unit. This is what Spirit is saying. You're a stronger unit when you're together. And so with the Eight of Swords, it's saying that you're going to come together because you're binding together and you two make a one. So it's a strong union. And you're playful and flirty and you just make each other feel good and desired. You both equally desire each other. That's what I just heard. So that makes total sense. Oh my gosh, I'm sort of loving this. It was a little bit confusing to think about it, but it's making sense. Okay, so with the Six of Pentacles, came out death. And if you just look at her and look at, she's got this scarf right here, and that just means it's quick. It's like it's being done quickly. And this too is a destiny card. So it's like what Spirit is saying is that Divine Masculine is abandoning all the responsibilities, the burdens that he's had to go through. And he doesn't want this responsibility anymore. He's ready to walk away from it. And it's coming quickly. That end is coming quickly. If it's not already happening, it's going to happen soon. And I guess it's just too much for him. Too big of a responsibility where he's at right now with the karmic partner. And that's what I'm hearing. Okay. And then, so with the Strength card, the clarifier for the Strength card was the Seven of Pentacles. So if you look at it, it's it's a tired card. Like they're tired. And what it's saying is that you can't remain pure if you're not together. And if you see like this little rope, what that indicates is being bonded together. But see, when you come together, you give each other strength. So what I'm getting from Spirit is that when the twins are apart, they're not as strong as they can be if they're together. If that makes sense, I mean. And then it also says, it's talking about giving each other energy. And so it goes with this, the eight of Swords and the Hermit, where you both are each other's light and energy, and you send it to each other. And so what Spirit is saying is that you both feel it. You both make each other strong. And that comes from being together and binded together. Okay? Okay, so then with the Knight of Swords came out the King of Swords. And really, these cards are so pretty, and I just can imagine. What I'm feeling is like Divine Masculine right now is just so thinking of his Divine Feminine, and just like this tenderly touching kind of way, and just kind of sexual, really. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since you guys have been with your Divine Masculine, but I'm getting that energy that is coming in. And I know that's sort of funny, but that's what I'm feeling. So, but I mean, they're just loving cards. I love it. And I hope they're not too offensive for you guys. But with the King of Swords, so this reiterates that when you come together, you make each other strong. And that's what Divine Masculine is coming for. He's moving in motion. He wants to come really quickly so he can have this, the King of Swords. And in this deck, it just means coming together, true love. Anything is capable with true love. And it's just going to build strength. It's going to get stronger and stronger by being together. So that's pretty amazing. I love that. That's a great message. And so the next message was with the Two of Swords. And what came out with the Two of Swords was the Queen of Wands. And so this has been a big deciding factor for Divine Masculine to move forward to be with his Divine Feminine. Because what this card speaks of in this deck is that you see how she's undressing him, and she's enticing her Divine Masculine. And with this card, it says this is how you get his heart, by undressing and being comfortable and having unconditional love with him and not worrying about what others think. And it just makes him strong. And if you do this all the time when you're with him, you entice him. Like, And I'm also getting that he's enchanted, like he's just enchanted by his divine feminine. And this is what has made him come to a decision, because this is being indecisive, and it's like this is what's pushing him to decide. And I'm feeling the emotion and just like the romance that is coming out of this. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. Okay, so you entice him. Like you divine femmes are just, you have that touch. They want you. It's amazing to me. Okay, so what came out with the Two of Cups is the Two of Swords. And it's funny that the Two of Swords came out again. But in this deck, the Two of Swords is different. It's like, it means like giving an invitation and wanting to be together. You see that? Like, oh my goodness, look at, he's like smiling. He's inviting his divine femme. And so this is what's, he's planning on giving his cup of love to divine femme. That's pretty amazing. I love it. And this also speaks of, because of the little chicken back there, it speaks of a secret. Not a secret. It speaks of a promise, of holding a promise. So if your divine masculine made you a promise that he was going to come back, he's going to come back. Don't give up hope. And that's what this card is saying. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. I love that. And then, so I'm going to go on to the next deck of cards. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I forgot. The Hermit had 2 cards, okay? So instead of 1 card, it had 2. And it's funny that they were both 8s. The 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. And so what this represents is that, yeah, he's been thinking. He's been in his head thinking about this. Like how it would be to touch and to just show the love in the 3D world and not just be away and not being able to manifesting. So with the 8 of Wands, it's like he's savoring it. Like he's got that memory in his memory bank, and he savors it, and he thinks about the time when you guys were together, and it was just so passionate. It was just so passionate, and he just loves that. So he's having a lot of romantic and just a lot of tingly feelings about divine femme right now, is what Spirit is saying with these 2 8s. Okay. I forgot that 2 cards came out for that. Sorry, guys. But that's a great message too. Okay, so now I moved on to the romance angel cards to see how these cards will tie in together. So with the Empress and the 10 of Chalices came out a past life relationship. So what Spirit is saying is that you've known each other before, and that's why the pull is just there. And like I said, with the 10 of Cups, this is a attachment and attraction. Like you're just attached to each other. And that's why, because it's been a past life. You've known each other before. And it is destiny. It's going to happen, guys. For you guys that have that pull with your twin and you have seen other lives that you've been with him, this is why. It's coming back to you. And there is an attachment. Oh my gosh, there's such an attachment. So, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, they're coming together. I love it. It does make sense. Thank you for hanging in there. This was a little different for me, so. But I like it. It's different. Okay, so with the Justice card and the 9 of Swords, what came out, it actually had 3 cards. And so let me reiterate what the Justice and the 9 is. So this is him desiring you, and when he desires you, you're gonna have justice and balance and no more thought. It's gonna be out in the 3D. So what came out next was very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, so this is coming very soon. And like I said in the very beginning, with the Empress card, whatever you're manifesting right now, it's going to come to fruition. And that ties in with this card a lot too, because whatever you're thinking about, if you think positive, it's going to come to you guys. And so very soon, and then give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, okay? And trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith and trust. Yes, 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 it does. Because once you have all of this, you're going to have your justice. You're going to have your justice you deserve, okay? That's awesome. Okay, and so then... So with the Hermit, oh my gosh. So with the Hermit, how there's 2 8s and there's just so much passion. And with the green, how you guys are in tune with each other and you make each other, you're each other's light. What came out was passion in total sense, makes total sense. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Because even though you're not together, you both are feeling it. You're both feeling it, and you can both be intimate. What Spirit is saying is that you can both be intimate even though you're not in the 3D. And I truly believe in this. It's so passionate. Like, you just feel that passion. Whenever they're feeling you, you feel it. So that's what Spirit's saying. Oh, okay. I'm just looking at these cards now. So now that I'm seeing them, it's like they totally make sense. Okay, so with the Lovers and the 2 of Wands and just completing each other and having unconditional love, the card that came out was worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work with your love life. So what this is telling you is don't give up faith. Just keep it going and keep that desire burning. Keep that desire, because that's going to create you guys to be one. So that's what's going to happen. You guys send it out to the universe. This is what you want. Okay. And so with the 6 of Pentacles and the Devil card, what came out for the Burden card and the Death card is new love. So a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And what that means is that Divine Masculine is able to rebirth himself, and he's able to start over. And that's pretty much with the Knight of Swords. Like he's ready to start over and just be a new lover to his Divine Feminine. And that's what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I love it. I love it. It's making a lot of sense now. I love it. Okay. And so with the Strength card and the 7 of Pentacles being binded together, you need to flirt. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. And then with that comes the soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Yes, this is your strength. That's what that little symbol is. The infinity symbol is your soulmate, and you make each other strong. Oh my gosh, like I love it. I just love it, you guys. And they do all sort of tie in together. I love how that happens. I don't know how that happens, but it does. It's amazing. Okay. So with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, it came out, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yes. That goes right here with being estranged. Even though you're not together, you already know. You already know that this is the person that you're supposed to be. And with, like I said, with the King of Swords, this just means you get tighter. You get closer and closer together when you're together. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, and so then with the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Wands came out, you deserve love. You are lovable. And for a while, I feel that Divine Masculine doesn't feel lovable, guys. He doesn't feel like he's lovable. And I think he just doesn't feel that he deserves love. But little does he know, it's already coming. Like, just pull back that little arrow and let it go, and it's here. It's coming fast. And he needs to feel that he is lovable and deserves love, because for some reason he doesn't feel that way. He doesn't feel that he deserves his divine femme, and he does. He does. And so keep sending him that love, that emotion. And because you know what? He feels it. He definitely feels it. And he loves to think about it. He thinks about it. I'm hearing so much how he just thinks about it. And he wants the touch, and he wants the passion. And somewhere in that little head of his, it's just saying that he doesn't believe that he deserves love, but he does. And so then with the final card, the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, there's actually 2 cards that came out. And true love. Amen. This is the romance of a lifetime. It sure as hell is. I'm going to tell you. It's true love and engagement. Your love is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And this goes with the King of Swords. The King of Swords here. Once you come together, you're gonna be so close and so tight, and it's gonna go into engagement and family and being together, having this 10 of Cups, having the family and the life that you want and to be happy. It's going to happen. And so what Spirit is saying is that this is the time. This is the time to manifest your dreams. Make them happen. Whatever you're thinking about, you're fruitful right now. You're fertile. All of you are fertile. And since this is a number 11 year, there is a lot of unions coming together. And I'm hearing spring. A lot of twins are coming together, if not fall. And it'll be in this year. So just have faith, you guys. Don't give up faith. And this is just a message to stay positive and stay on track and just keep going. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much love and passion out there that's going back and forth from divine masculine and divine feminine. So I hope you guys like this reading. It's very interesting, and I liked how the cards tie into each other. It just makes that message even more positive, you know. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the message of love. Okay, let's see. What message, Spirit, for the viewers? What can you tell? What can you tell them? A message of love. Okay. So joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Yes, so keep this energy. Keep this energy and just visualize this. And your manifestations will be coming true. They'll come true in the form that you're sending them out. So just be joyful, guys. Be joyful and peaceful with everything that you do. Okay? So thank you. And just remember this. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. Amen. Have a good night, guys.